Hi, I'm Anna Milan from the Community Services Department. Today we're discussing Chatham's North Beach and North Beach Island. Why is it so important for beachgoers to respect the natural beach environments, especially when there are high traffic weekends?
The beach environment is, one of the reasons why many people come to Chatham. It's why we live and love to experience the beaches of Chatham.
Yeah.
So the beaches, look fairly robust, and they are in many ways, but they can be vulnerable. So the beach vegetation, like the beach grass, actually holds the island somewhat in place.
Okay.
When we compromise that, that's when erosion starts happening a lot more frequently. I think everybody who lives or visits Chatham realizes that erosion, sediment movement is an issue along here.
Yeah.
And really just even a few footsteps in the same area can kill the roots for beach grass. And when you multiply that by hundreds of people, it can really cause a substantial impact and make our barrier beaches much less of a barrier when storms hit.
I mean, we're lucky as a community to be able to have these such amazing, natural resources. And so these rules and regulations are in place to keep them. And so I think some of the key ones, March 15th through September 15th, dogs need to remain on a leash.
Yep.
Out at North Beach Island. They need to stay out of any marked fenced off areas for our endangered species like the plovers. And then the biggest is we really ask dog owners to remove any waste from their dogs and bring it back from the island and dispose of it properly. Obviously no alcohol is permitted on any of our beach or town property. And then any parties, events of 20 or more people would need a permit, and those permits are obtained through the Chatham Police Department.
Enjoy our beaches responsibly. Yes. They're great. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to live, work, and visit. Enjoy them responsibly. Please take into consideration that there are residents or other property owners that may abut the location that you are enjoying. So please respect the privacy and the property rights of the abutters. And then, of course, we're the agency that sometimes has to say no. We will remind you that violations, they could be a fine of somewhere between $50 to $300. And if the offense is egregious enough, it would end up in an arrest.
Use the water safely, swim safely, celebrate safely and responsibly. Communicate your plans again to people who aren't with you, and just a bonus one I'll throw in there is just to make sure that you understand how to access emergency services if you need it.
Great.
And just don't hesitate to call if for help if you're on the fence about whether you're having an emergency or somebody that you're observing you think might be in a little bit of trouble. We'd always rather that you call us, call 911 for help. We'd rather be called and not needed than needed and not called.
I would say to ensure that you have all the required safety equipment on your vessel, including life jackets for all people on board. Take a look at the weather prior to departing, especially the tides and the wind conditions. And lastly, to make sure that you have a sober operator capable of operating the vessel. If you're intoxicated and trying to tell someone where to go, that doesn't count. You need to have someone that's actually capable of operating the vessel and navigating it back to safety.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.